In this morning's Eye on Money, and we certainly wish Jimmy Carter well.
We sure do.
We're thinking about you, President Carter, today. In this morning's Eye on Money, we are looking at how many parents still help out their adult children financially. It's a big club. 2018 Merrill Lynch survey found 79% of parents financially support an adult child between the ages of 18 and 34. 25% said they would be willing to withdraw from their own retirement savings to do it. For the Perry family in Tampa, financial support means allowing their 31 and 28-year-old sons to move back in with them after they struggle to make ends meet.
They pay their own cell phone bill, they pay their car insurance, so they pay for those things that make them independent, but the shared stuff is all us.
Yes, of course, I could be saving money, putting it aside, but it hasn't affected our retirement or our stability, so it's something that we can afford at this point.
See, that's exactly where I wanted to put mine. I know it is. And you did it.
My house burned down at one point.
Military.
I was in the military, bad relationship, various means, and it wouldn't be where I am right now without their help.
Life takes whatever turn it wants to, and it's up to you to how you deal with it and how you perceive it.
That's very true. It's really not bad. I mean, we have great fun as a family. I don't think people should look down on it. It's just how it is these days.
We believe in family and that family should support family. Should we have to do it? No. Do we choose to do it? Yes.
CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger is here to look at how that kind of support can affect everybody in the family. Jill, good morning.
Good morning.
I like what he just said. It's just how it is this day. It's just how it is these days. When I was younger, you were almost embarrassed to say, I got to move back in with mom and dad, but it's becoming very commonplace.
Yeah, and I feel bad. This is a generation that basically graduated from college and also high school into the worst recession since the Great Depression. And so what we know is when you graduate into that kind of environment, your wages can lag your older peer groups for 10, 15 years. And don't forget, a lot of these young adults were operating under the weight of student loans. I know that we've talked a lot about that. And if you've got $30,000, $40,000 of loans and it's $500 or $300 a month, you have no choice but to move back with your folks.
Jill, if the family we just saw, they said they're not cutting into their retirement savings. But if you are, is that advisable?
As my certified financial planner background would tell you, please don't do this. Really, this is really dangerous because you don't have time to make it up on the other end.
Right.
And what we really are hoping people are doing is saying, okay, I can help you. As you saw in this family, the Perry family, kids are paying some of the utilities. That's great. I'd like people to set goals. You can stay home for this long, then we're going to try to transition you out. But don't eat into that retirement account. We have one survey that said half of parents are actually foregoing some of their retirement contributions, putting something like $500 million towards helping their kids out when they should be putting that money into their own retirement.
Why is this happening at such a high rate in a supposedly booming economy?
Well, again, I think this really goes back to when these kids did graduate. Remember, when you graduate into a recession, you might even get a job. You're lucky to get a job. But what do? You don't argue for a raise. You're so happy you have a job. I have benefits. I'm so happy.
True.
I'm going to keep this job because I want to get off my parents' health benefits by age 26. So I think this is a real problem. Remember, we treat the millennial generation, many people will sort of turn their nose down at it. We didn't do that with the greatest generation. They actually said we dealt with a depression, and it followed them for decades throughout their lives.
So when does it make financial sense to help your adult children? Because most parents would say, I got to help them.
I think that we make sense doing this when there is an emergency, when you need your kids to actually get on their feet, but make it time limited, set those ground rules, and have these hard discussions.
All right, Jill Schlesinger, thank you very much. We appreciate it. Ahead